Hi everyone. This is level 2 miscellaneous topics. This is set number, I believe, 3. So read the problem and pause it. I suggest you set up the a little table here and then know that the average speed is that. So pause the video and see what you can fill out. Alright. So this question requires two formulas. First is the rate formula, which is applied to two different legs of a journey, and the second is the average speed formula. So let's try to consider filling in the slots, and knowing that you're given the rate for the trips from B to C, and you know that the distance going, and you call D is the same distance returning. So call the rate from C back to B R. So what we're going to do is, we know that this is 21. We're going to call this the rate and the distance D. That's just what I said. Now, one of the important, we know that, notice that now is not the time to do much with the 26.5. So we don't need to do that right now. One of the most important lessons to learn about the Math 2 test is when to use which numbers. Alright, so given these values, we've got that time is going to be distance over 21, and time from C to B is distance over R. Now we're going to use our average speed formula, which is going to be total distance, and I really didn't leave a good room here, so I'm sorry about that. I should have left an extra page for this. I'm really going to squeeze this in. So I'm going to start down here and then move back up here. We have 2D over D over 21 plus D over R. So it's a little mechanical, but it's total distance over total time. So you have 2 D's, that's the top, and the times. I'm adding these two here together for the denominator. And you simplify that, and what I'm going to get, and you can go ahead and simplify. I'm hoping you can simplify that, but we have to save some room here. So when you simplify this, you're going to get 42R over R plus 21. And what I'll do is, if you don't know how to simplify this, I will do this at the end of the video. If you know how to do that, that's fine. But I'm really running out of room here, so I'll do it at the end and come back to it. So basically, when you have that, we're going to set this here to our 26.5. So that's where I'm going to squeeze it in. Again, I apologize for having to squeeze this in. So we have 26.25 equals 42R over R plus 21. And you cross multiply, you're going to get 26 plus 25, 0.25R plus 5, and I guess if you already have this, I can erase this now, because I got to have some room here. So let me just do that again. So you're going to, when you cross multiply, you're going to get 26.25R plus, and then you multiply these two, and you're going to get 551.25 equals 42R, and then you get 551.25, and you're going to subtract this from both sides, and that's going to yield 15.75R. So R equals 551.25 over 15.75, and that equals 35. So 35 is your answer, and that's D. Again, at the very end of this video, I will go over how to simplify this for those of you all that don't know how to get from there to there. Sorry about that. Okay, the next question is a combination problem. So basically, what we need to know for this is that we have the formula for this is n factorial over k factorial times n minus k factorial. So basically we have 8 here. So we're going to get basically a group of 8 seniors can be combined in how many different subgroups of 6? So the way you do that, 8 seniors being grouped from 6 members of a committee. So that's going to be 8 factorial over 6 factorial times 2 factorial. And when you write this out, the best way to write it out is 8 times 7 times 6 factorial over 6 factorial, and 2 factorial is just 2, so 2 times 1 is just 2. That cancels. So you have 56 over 2, which equals 28. Okay? A group of 4 non-seniors can be combined in how many different ways? So now we're going to do there's 12 minus 8 is 4, so we have to take care of the 4 non-seniors. So that's using the same formula. We get 4 factorial over 2 factorial times 2 factorial, which gives you 4 times 3 times 2 factorial over 2 factorial times 2 factorial, which is 2. That cancels, and so that gives you 6. Okay, so any one of the 28 subgroups of seniors can be combined with any one of the 6 subgroups. So basically, of non-seniors. So the total number of combinations of seniors and non-seniors is a combination. So it's really 28 times 6, which equals 168. Now, what you could have done for this, if you have your calculator, you could have done 8C, and we're taking 6 at a time, times 6C, and we're taking 2 at a time. You use the calculator, you could have done it that way as well. Okay, and the last one is a probability question. So basically, we want to establish the sequence of events. You have 2 dices. We have toss 1 and we have toss 2. So write out the different ways in which you can it could occur, because we want to know at least 25. So you write out the different ways in which you want could occur. For example, to yield a product of at least 25, the dice could land showing 5, and this would way of getting at least 25. So basically, one way is we could get 5 and then 5, or 5 and 6, or we could get 6 and 5, or 6 and 6. Okay, so now we got to replace these with actual probability. So the way to toss a 5 is 1/6, and all of these would be 1/6. That would be toss 1. And then for toss 2, it's the same thing, 1/6, 1/6, 1/6, and 1/6. And so when you multiply this across, you get 136 times 136. Or this is 136. This is 136. This is 136. So the total is 4 over 36, which equals 1/9. Okay, that's the end of the video, but like I said, I'm going to go ahead and do that math for you if you're having problems with the math on that one equation we did on the first problem. So basically we had 2D over D over 21 plus D over R. So I want to have the common denominator in my complex rational here at the bottom. So we have, we want 21R is my common denominator. So you kind of cross here. This is going to be dr plus 21d. And then you simplify further, and I'm going to pull out a d. You're going to get 2d. I'm pulling out this d here as the highest common factor. So you get d times r plus 21 over 21r. Now, I can write this as 2d times, I'm moving this guy up here on top, so this is going to be 21r over d times r plus 21. And when you multiply this out, the d's will cancel, so you get 41r over r plus 21. Again, I apologize for not having room to write it down the first time. Take care and have a nice day. Bye-bye.